Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to talk about the finale for my 2021 project pan. It was the first project pan I ever did, and I actually didn't come around to start doing it until February. So it was like a little bit of 1 month short of a full year, but I am really excited to talk about the results of it and getting very excited to do a project pan for 2022. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the products and let you know what happened with them. Okay, so I had a lot of face moisturizer products on my project pan. So the first one was the Mehalani Moonlit Glow Balm from Hanua Hawaiian Skincare. I finished this in full and it took me so long to finish it and I liked it. It was a little bit too greasy of a balm for me. So that was so exciting to finish that. The next thing on my list I had was the Earthwise Beauty Black Locust Firming Concentrate. I actually just got a replacement for Christmas of this. This I originally thought was like a moisturizer, but it's actually a serum. So this was actually probably the only serum in my list, but in my project pan, but I finished this in full, which was great. Next thing I had on my list was the Earth Harbor Marina Biome Brightening Skin Ampule. And as you can see, I used that in full. So whether it matters or not, I used this in full in September. That's when I finished it. I used the Earthwise Beauty in full in June. And then I used the Marina in full in September. Okay, next up is the Daphne Cream. Nutrition it's called, and this is a product I have not finished. It is my nightly skin cream, my nightly face cream right now, and it is not done. I have used a lot of it, so I have made good progress, but as you can see, it's not done. So this will definitely be rolling into my next project pan. Next up is my Cocoa Kind Texture Smoothing Cream. That's what that looks like. And as you can see, I finished it in full. So that was exciting. Next up, we have the Skin Owl Lavender Drops. I had received these in a gift with purchase and I finished those in full. The Texture Smoothing Cream, I finished November 27th. And then the Skin Owl, I finished December 14th. So that was just very recently. Next up, I have the Pond's Cold Cream. These were 2 items on my list. So I have this one and this one. The good news is I did finish one in full. So that was huge. I was so excited. I finished that December 17th. And now what I have left is another one. And I take it and I decant it into a smaller container, and I tend to use it as my makeup remover right before I get in the shower. So there's like that much and then that much. So it's pretty full. I feel pretty confident that I can finish it, I think, in 2022, but that's how much is left of the Pond's Cold Cream. That was like the huge thorn in my side product. 2 thorns in my side products during this project pan. Okay, so the next thing is the Ava Anderson Toner. Yeah, this was an old product I had. It was years old, but it was sealed, so it was fine when I opened it, but I was so happy to get it out of my collection. And I have the Cocoa Kind Rose Water Toner. I finished the Ava Toner in April 4th. So that was pretty early on in my project pan. And this Cocoa Kind Rose Water Toner I finished in July 9th. So that was great because I was like kind of a fan, sort of, not really. I probably wouldn't repurchase. And then the next thing, I actually don't have the container of. I must have recycled it. So that was the Cocoa Kind Vitamin C Serum. And I finished that March 31st. So also towards the beginning of my project pan. Next up, I have a product I haven't finished, I should say, and that's the Cocoa Kind Revitalizing Eye Cream. I actually use this eye cream every day, but it's taking me forever to go through it. I can't exactly tell you how much is in here. I can't see through the package, so I don't really know. There's a lot of air in here. If I had to guess, I would say it's about half full, I think. But anyways, this will be rolled into my next project pan. But I do use it every morning, so it lasts a very long time. Next up, I have the Burts Bees Day Lotion with Royal Jelly. This was a sunscreen that I finished up in May 29th. So I got that done about halfway through my project pan, a little bit close to halfway. All right, next up is a product that I stopped at some point in the project pan, and I decided to no longer use, and I'm going to declutter it. It's probably, well, here's what it is. It's the Ava Face in Bisque. It was a CC cream, I think. And it's just like, yeah, well, it looks disgusting right there, but it's years old, and it just, you know, it just wasn't a product that I felt like I needed to use anymore on my face. I think it wasn't doing my face any justice, or it wasn't helping things at all. It was going the other direction. So this is gonna be tossed, and I am okay with it. It's the one product in my whole project pan that is being decluttered. And I don't really throw away many products at all for decluttering. I haven't had any that are spoiled, knock on wood. But this one is just like a, you know, like a foundation, a CC cream that just doesn't work anymore for my skin and stuff. So that's going in the trash or recycling, whatever needs to be done with that type of tube. All right, so then I got into, like, my project pan had 21 categories or items. Like, all the items I just showed you were single items, and then I moved into a few, the last like 5 or so of my 21 were categories. It was a little weird. I wouldn't do that again, I don't think. We'll see. So anyways, my last category was hotel. I had all these samples, if you recall, from hotels. Like, I had hotel, or the travel things from hotels, like hotel lotions, hotel shampoos, hotel conditioners, and hotel body washes. So those are 4 separate categories. And this is all my items. I don't think I captured every single one that I used in 2021, because I think I ended up recycling some, but I think this was a pretty good representation that I did a really good job with this. And then let me move this because it's very loud. At some point towards the end of the year, there was, I ended up donating them to, like, my mom. My mom lives in a senior apartment complex, and we just like put them out in the community room, like all the unopened, unused ones, and they were just like, the people took them. So it was just, I had enough, and I realized that I kept like reacquiring. Whenever I went to a hotel, I would like take them again. So then I'd use some, I'd take more. It was just an area that I needed to like end, I think, in my life. So I guess along with the CC cream, I did end up decluttering a whole bunch of my, hotel samples, but giving them away. And now there's some older people that are enjoying them. So that's wonderful. I'm very happy with that, and I have no guilt over it. And I have a lot more room in my linen closet now that I don't have 10 million hotel samples. Okay, so my next category was foot scrubs. So I have this really old Mary Kay Mint Bliss scrub for feet. This was very old in my collection, and it needed to be done. And I finished it. It actually says something about an expiration in 2008. I think it's, yeah. So let's just say it was very old. That's like easily close to 12 something years old. That's just not okay. Anyways, it's done, and it wasn't spoiled, so. Okay, the other exfoliator I had was this Victoria's Secret Warming Foot Scrub. This was something I had for a long time. Thankfully, this doesn't have an expiration date on it, because I'm sure it would be bad as well. But I did finish this up, and I have to say it was incredibly warming. When you used it and warmed it up, it was like, wow, very warming. And then I had another one, which I must have recycled the package. It was like some kind of obscure brand that I got from a bump box when I was pregnant in the past. I've mentioned these before. It was called, I think it was, the brand was like Glow 9, I think. And it was a exfoliator. mask, like a exfoliating mask. So I just kind of use that in the shower. So I finished all 3 of the exfoliators I had in that category. And then the last category was face masks, and I had 2 different masks in the category. One of the masks was the Ava Anderson moisturizing mask, which there really wasn't anything moisturizing about this, but this was really old. Like, once again, probably over 5 years old. It was a powder mask, so there was nothing wrong with it, but it was just something that needed to be out of my collection. So I finished that. And then my last mask was the Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Gel Mask. As you can tell, it's just a little small one, but it took me a long time to finish it. I think because I didn't like it. It did nothing for my skin. It was just like layering on some gel and doing nothing. But I didn't like using it. There was nothing enjoyable about using it, but I used it up, so that was exciting. Okay, so all of those were my, like, that ended up being 21 things. Like I said, a whole bunch of single items and then some categories towards the end. And then throughout the project pan, I kind of rolled some things in. So in total, I rolled in 9 different products. So let me just tell you about some of these products I rolled in. In March, I rolled in this lip gloss. Guys, look at that. You see where I am with this lip gloss? This is all empty. This was where my recent line was, and it's like some part below this line. I have that much left. I think at this point, I just realized, like yesterday, I'm at the point where, like, once I remove it from here, it's not touching the product. So the only way I can get product really is if I screw it closed. So I have to figure out, like, this is like, when this is done, I need to, like, throw a party because this drives me nuts. The lip gloss is, like, so thin. It looks like almost like it would be a nice color, but it's like nothingness. So I don't know if I should, like, you know, to get this last bit out, like, should just kind of swirl. It's at the point that I already took the stopper out a while ago. So the question is, do I, like, warm this up, you know, like in hot water, and then try to pour out the contents into a little pot? Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know if you have any suggestion about this, other than telling me to just get over it and throw it away, which is an option. Yeah, let me know. I just feel like I've gotten so far. I need to finish this godforsaken lip gloss. It's like my major thorn on my side. And what else I ended up adding in March was this Ava Anderson Hyaluronic Serum. And I used that in full, which was great because that was really old. So that was done. And it was fine. Like, does anyone actually think that Hyaluronic Serum is like a fun product? Because it's just kind of like a nothing thing to me. But okay, in May, I added this toner, which was super old in my collection. This was the Acure Facial Toner Tonique, and I used it in full. And while this packaging, like, isn't good for the environment, it worked great. I mean, you can tell, obviously, the method, like the packaging method, is very good in the sense that it works very well and you can get every last drop. Not good for the planet, though. I think at one point I forgot to mention this earlier, the Chia Facial Oil. I finished this in full. This was from my original list. The packaging looks like it went through hell. It looks disgusting, and I'm not even gonna open it and smell it because it smells probably horrible. But I finished this in full. That should have been shown above. I think it must have just gotten overlooked. Okay, so then in June, I added the Cocoa Kind Golden Elixir. This was a moisturizer, like, it was an on-the-go moisturizer with a roller ball, but it was super old in my collection, or it was probably nearing its expiration, I should say. I probably only purchased it in 2020, so it probably needed to be done in 2021. So anyways, I've used that daily and finished that in full. Okay, so that was what I did in June. In August, I added in the Wabi Sabi Cleansing Oil because I knew it was reaching its expiration date. It was expiring in October, so I added it in August to hold myself accountable, and I finished that in full, and that was very nice. I ended up finishing it October 31st, so that's actually funny since it was expiring in 10/2021, so good timing. Another item I added in August was the Lee Serum, and I unfortunately must have recycled the bottle, but I finished that in full, and I didn't really like it because it was unscented. Even though it was like a nice feel of a serum, it was like boring to me because it was unscented. So I just needed to like make myself finish it. And then I finished recently, I added this in August, the Live Botanical Mist, which was supposed to expire in September 2021, and I just finished it up in December. So I went a few months past when it was supposed to be Best By, but finished it all up, so that was cool. And then my last 2 additions were in October, 2 face masks. One of them was the Earthwise Beauty Imhotep's Balsam Face Mask, which, if you may recall or have seen, I did not enjoy this mask. It smells unpleasant, like very medicinal herbal, but I don't like it. Anyways, very happy to have this mask done just because it was not one that I enjoyed using. I had to really force myself to finish it. And then, you know, you can't tell much by this, but this had the Sunny Ruckus Farm Stand Face Mask, and that was supposed to be used by September 21, and I finished it in November, so like 2 months past the Best By date. And the reason I added it was just to get it done because I knew it was expiring soon. So clearly I finished that one. Okay, so my grand summary, I'm looking at my notes here. So I started off with 21 products and categories. Apparently that's how I show you what it looks like. 15 of the 21 were single products, and then the remaining 6 were categories. And the categories were hotel lotions, hotel shampoos, hotel conditioners, hotel body washes, and then exfoliators, like body exfoliators and masks. So, and like I said, I added 2 products in March, 1 in May, 1 in June, 3 in August, and 2 in October, which totaled 9. So of 29 single products, I used 24. So I have 5 that are still remaining, I believe, and I decluttered 1. So, and that doesn't include like my hotel stuff, because of course, if I counted all of these, it would count a lot more products. So that was my project pan. I loved doing the project pan. It made me be very purposeful about products in my collection, because I do have a collection. It made me very purposeful about them, and it made me use the ones that I would otherwise in the past have avoided and perhaps just kind of like put in the linen closet and overlooked them over and over. And it cleared out a whole bunch of products for me. I mean, one of the things that I found exciting was like at one point I had about 7 or 8 or 9 masks open, face masks, and now I'm down to 4 open, and one of them is like nearly done. And that makes me feel like I got that category really under control. I also had like a few body exfoliators, and now I only have, I think, 2 in my collection, that kind of thing. So it helped me get a lot of my collection like kind of better, like smaller, even though of course I have added, you know, things throughout the year and like Christmas and stuff like that. But yeah, I like that it makes me like accountable for the products that I maybe don't love. Like this lip gloss, like I just am so determined to finish this because it's on the project pan that I will find whatever I have to do to use this last amount. I just apply it throughout the day. I'm like, oh, let's put on some more of this lip gloss just to finish it. So I think project panning is really fun. I love it. I am so excited. I've been keeping all this stuff in the bathroom upstairs, like under the sink. And I'm so excited to like, you know, today gathering all of it, I was like, yes, I have all this free space now. I can recycle it. And whereas last year, like in 2021, this year, I started in February. My new project pan will be starting January 1st. So I'm very excited. And yeah, so this was my results. Let me know what you think. I think it went great. And I think that I probably, like I said, I wouldn't do the categories again. I don't really need to do that now. Like I can, you know, 4 of the categories was all the hotel things, like the shampoo, conditioner, lotion, body wash. Those are all gone. Body exfoliators, I'm going to make those single items in 2022. And then same thing with the face masks. I'm going to make those single items. So I think I might have 1 category for 2022, but I'll let you know when you see that video. So yes, it was great. I think so much was accomplished, and I'm really excited to do my next project pan, which I think is going to be bigger and better than this one. So please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Click the subscribe button so you can follow me and all my other videos in my 2022 project pan. I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to talking to you in the comments below about my project pan or any thoughts you may have or your own project pans. Talk to you soon. Bye.